Canada has opened up the floodgates of comebacks. Lombardia Trophy is basically the Olympics, y'all, and skaters are assigning themselves to Europeans. This is what has already happened, and the season barely just started. Stay tuned as I dive into early season chaos and more. But before then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content. Figure skating is back. It's the Olympic season, and things feel hilariously more chaotic than usual. So let's start with the breaking news as I film this. I bet by the time I'm done filming this, y'all, something else is going to happen, and this will no longer be the breaking news. Knock on wood that it doesn't, but it does. So Keegan Messing appeared out of nowhere and announced on August 19th, 2025 that he's returning to competitive figure skating. And so he is hoping to go to the 2026 Olympics. He announced that during the Stars on Ice tour, he realized that he was skating at a high level again, and this sparked his decision to return. He said he put in the work, regained his jumps, and rediscovered the fire within himself to train. He said, "My focus now is to be stronger than when I retired and to secure a spot on the Olympic team." He plans to attend Skate Canada's high performance camp, where his readiness will be assessed for domestic qualifying events and possible international assignments. It is interesting because Grand Prix assignments have already been announced, and so I feel like possibly it's too late for him to be considered. And I just checked, and it does not look as if there's any TBD spots for Skate Canada International, so I don't know what the plan is there. And so what we need to remember, y'all, is there's only one spot for the Canadian men for the Olympics, and this news, Jillian would have told you the battle would be Roman Sadosky versus Stephen Gogolev. But now we have Keegan just kind of like thrown up into this mix out of nowhere. So he hasn't competed since the 2022 season. So I did watch him a few times, though, in his off season. I watched him at Gold on Ice and Extreme on Ice, both in 2024, and Stars on Ice over the summer. And I really honestly couldn't help but notice that each time I was thinking, wow, I can't believe he's been retired, because he did seem to have a lot of stamina. His jumps were on point, and he honestly truly did look competition ready. So while this announcement surprises me from a that is strange timing and didn't think this would happen kind of perspective, also just seeing him skate, though, I can also see why he came back, if that makes sense. But I don't feel like, though, that we can fully count out Roman for that Olympic spot. Like, he has shown so much growth within the past season. Yeah, his skates have not been perfect, but honestly, he's really worked on bouncing back after mistakes. Like, in the past, when we'd see him, there'd be a lot of pop jumps, and more recently, though, you can just see him do a turnaround. Like, the programs are no longer chaotic feeling. And so while looking at the results for the Olympics in 2022, so Roman came in 29th and failed to qualify for the free skate, while Keegan came in 11th. It's difficult, though, to compare Roman's prior showdowns with Keegan to predict how things may land out, because both of them are in different places at this point. Keegan is now, I think, 33. And yes, I would just said he looked great at all these shows, but that's not the same as a competition completely. And also in the past, like, Roman has suffered a lot of injuries. And so I do suspect that some of what we have witnessed, not all, but some, is explained by these injuries that had kept happening. We really don't know how it's going to go. It really will maybe come down to nationals. What could be seen, though, as a fun showdown really is tainted when there are a lot of information out there that is pointing to Keegan being involved in an alleged SA situation. And keep in mind, I'm saying alleged because that is something that protects me, and I'm not saying that in a quote unquote type of way, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to go into any more details about that, only because the survivor that posted it has also been having difficulties with people doxing her, sharing too much information for people to just figure out who she is. And so this is why I'm trying to be very vague as possible and not give any more details so this woman will not be harassed anymore. And so it's not that I don't find this topic extremely important. I'm just trying to keep it on the down low because of what this woman has talked about experiencing since she's come forward and since this story broke about his unretirement. And speaking of Canadians, y'all, we all know Gabby Daleman is back from retirement. She competed at sectionals. I believe it was it when I was at the Summer Sizzler. So she competed at sectionals a few days ago, and she came in second overall. So her short program, I feel like, was looking promising. I feel that her free program may be able to work itself out with more outings, though her jumps were looking, I can't really explain it, somewhat chaotic, like she was fighting through them. Just something seemed kind of centered off, if that makes sense. Like something was up with the gravity. Like it seemed like she was fighting for her jumps. So I don't know yet if she has the potential to snatch the Olympic spot from Maddie Schizas, and this will be something that we can figure out with more outings, kind of comparing the two. But like Roman, like Maddie really put up a fight last season and showed so much growth compared to the season before. And so if she comes in with that same fight, and if Roman comes in with that same fight, I predict those two may be difficult to beat out for that spot, but who knows? We shall see. Like, this is what I love. Like, I love when these things are not predictable. I love a good showdown. Like, this is going to be epic. And while we're stuck in Canadian news, KMT announced her pregnancy and she's going to have a baby boy. So major congratulations to her. She also really rocked the run-throughs floor. I absolutely loved her storytelling. I loved hearing her perspective. It was pretty heartbreaking to hear that she and her first partner ended up ending their partnership based off inaccurate advice that she was given. And so that was interesting to hear. Loena Hendrickx continues to look promising, and she showed that she is back. She did a triple Lutz, triple toe loop. Love that she has her triple triples back. I'm so excited for this season with her, y'all. Like, I was really worried that we wouldn't see her again, that she would retire. And I'm intrigued to see kind of what her programs end up. I remember she made the announcement, but I'm curious to see, like, how the songs actually shake out. Like, what level of club is she bringing to us? So Ilia did some pastel program teasers, and he has that crown again. But this time he added a feather, and then there was a collage. And I'll be honest, it makes me LOL because I read online people calling it Pinterest style. But when I looked at all these pictures together, I was like, this kind of reminds me of a test that I would administer to people, like, because I'm a neuropsychologist, and I would say, like, find the missing piece, or how are these things alike? How are they together? And so it just made me LOL because I'm like, you could kind of turn this into like a brain teaser test looking at like organization and planning and abstract reasoning. And then I realized, like, wait, this is his program and I can't figure this out. I'm sure there's like some Gen Z something in this, and that may be why I'm missing it. Or it's probably something, maybe it's something from a video game. I don't know, y'all. If you guys have any hints, let me know because I'm intrigued. Lombardia Trophy dropped its entries, and it really feels like it's just the Olympics. Like, it's as if everyone was like, well, I'm going to Italy now because let's make this a mini Olympics. Like, I was kind of shook when I saw the list. Because Adam Selhenfall, Matteo, oh, I adore Matteo, Yuma, Cal, Chen, Ilia. I'm not surprised about Ilia because I knew that. I'm surprised because his photo. That has to be a photo from 400 years ago. Huh. It almost kind of also reminds me of the photos you take when you're getting your passport. Is that his passport photo? Oh, and Max will be there as well. Oh, that's awesome to see him out. And for the women, it's less hopping. It's still hopping. Laura Goodman. Yeah, this is hopping. Never mind. It's not as like BAM Olympics at, Alisa. Sarah Everhart. Okay, this is an extreme event. Why didn't I just save money in my life and instead of planning to go to Worlds, just go to Lombardia Trophy? It's too late now, though. I can't. I can't. Patients are scheduled. PTO. I'm intrigued by this event. Hopefully they stream it, and that way I can complain about having to pay for a low-budget stream. Vadym Kolesnik was sworn in as a U.S. citizen after 9 years of living in and representing America on August 18th. So that is one less team to worry about. I feel like we're kind of like having this like waiting room of people that could potentially go to the Olympics but may not be able to because of citizenship. So awesome for him. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because I actually adore this team. I'm hoping this means either they'll go to this Olympics or the next one. And also, I'm really hoping Christina gets her citizenship as well. Like, that's another team I really adore. So in true, bold, bizarre fashion, Laurence and Cizeron have Europeans on their announcements for events. I mean, it will likely happen, but I literally laughed out loud at kind of the theatrics and antics of this. I don't know if this is baseline for them. Like, I'm just gonna say it's quirky. It's interesting. In fact, most of their posts, to be honest, are pretty intriguing. It's as if they have, it's like they're, okay, turning off psychologist brain. It's like they're trolling us. That's all I'm gonna say. There feels to be an element of trolling. All right, y'all, this next announcement, I got so excited I like hit my desk and now my doggies are barking, so I had to re-record this. But Jason is bringing River Dance back. Yes, I know there's another name for the song. I am so excited for this. I regretted so much not just taking the extra day to go to the gala to watch this at Worlds. And now he's doing it in real life. Like, I'm shook. Like, this is so freaking exciting. There were also some announcements that Sway and Han may not be competing this season. And so I don't know if anything's actually been officially announced yet, but this has turned up on Twitter. There is the rumor that I guess because it says the partner couldn't regain form by the start of the competition. So I don't know if that means him. So I do know I heard that there were some injuries, and I know that he may have had some injuries. So let me know if y'all hear anything else. So Legacy on Ice was moved to December 13th instead of Labor Day, and the addition of Ilia has been added to the mix. I do think there's also maybe another skater that's going to be announced at some point. No, I'm not 100% sure. Fingers crossed that this doesn't mean like the weather where it's December is going to like prohibit people from going. I'm already thinking, do I want to try to fly versus drive there? Although I just had chaos at the airport, so who knows? But hopefully more skaters will be announced soon. I do imagine more will, and I hope you guys still get to go because that is pretty much cutting it close to Christmas. And the only way this kind of works out a little bit for me is I won't be driving or traveling frantically back before work the next day. Although now I'm having the first world problem that I didn't get meet and greet type tickets because I was like, oh, I'm going to just want to get in my car and drive quickly back home. But that's a first world problem I need to just like work through. So Raph and Nathan are reunited, and that is exciting. I always love updates from them, and it's just really cool to see, like, after I read his book, you really get a good sense of like how much like Raph was a huge part of his life. I absolutely adore that. That's precious to me. Alexandra Trusova gave birth to Mikhail on August 6th. And please correct me. I've also heard that Mikhail could be pronounced Michael, so please politely tell me if I'm incorrect. I had to LOL because I stumbled upon a video where it was like 10 days post her giving birth. And she's like, well, the doctor recommended taking it easy for 2 weeks, so only 3 days left, and off we go. And she's like already skating. That like just made me laugh. Sasha stated that it was not difficult for her to return to the ice after birth. She stated, I'm more anxious simply because I've never been in a situation like this before. I've skated while sick and even with a broken leg. I've been through all of that, and it wasn't scary because I knew if it doesn't hurt, then everything is fine. But this is much scarier because overall I feel good, yet I still have to hold off for at least a month to month and a half. Of course, I worry that something might go wrong, even though I feel fine. August 19th was my third training session, and each time I felt much better and more confident on the ice. At first, I was a little bit shaky on my heels and toes because I hadn't skated in a long time. I've never had such a long break before. I already feel much confident, but I'm still skating for only 20 minutes to make sure nothing happens. Wednesday marked 2 weeks, and I was told that after this period, I can gradually start increasing the load, but I'll only be able to fully return to my usual training load in 6 to 8 weeks. And this also made me hit my desk excitedly. Yuma's free skate program to Turandot. Like, I'm almost speechless. It is going to be such an Olympic moment if he, for some odd reason, doesn't make the Olympics, like call the police, because this program, wow, he just floats during it and he looks so happy during it. I feel like, the past couple seasons have been kind of rough to watch with him. And I don't mean that like in his performance. I mean in his affect. Like you can see there was some nerves and second guessing and maybe, and just watching this, he just looks so happy and it just melted my soul. And I think it really made the performance. Like it one upped the performance. If I don't see this in person, I don't know what I will. I'll just have to oh gosh, what if I don't? What if he doesn't go to World? Could someone manifest him going to Worlds, even though most people don't go to Worlds, so I can watch this? We will also get to see Ilia and Yuma. Oh, wow. Do showdown at Lombardia. Lombardia is a place. Why am I not going there instead of other places in life? There are photos circulating of Alisa and Misha's time working with Ekaterina. And I don't know if we're ready for this program, y'all. Like, there's the ending pose. I mean, I assume that's the ending pose. That looks spot on for the book cover, My Sergei. And not to do a shameless plug, but I did a video on Sergei's widows if y'all want to, click on that right there later. Nikola got engaged. Some intriguing things from a man who used to be dating his partner. He wrote, "Real love exists." Okay, then. You will not be able to get citizenship on time for the Olympics. I cannot tell you how stabby that makes me feel. It doesn't seem like it's a surprise for them. They already knew the process where they were just kind of hoping for some kind of Hail Mary. And this breaks my heart for them. I absolutely adore these people. These people adore them. So that makes me sad. Hopefully they don't retire. Hopefully they can go to the next Olympics then. And maybe by then, so many people are retired that they can just fly their way to the podium. Fly their way to the podium. Y'all, it's kind of late while I'm recording this. That made no sense. The Finnish Federation noted that they will be holding on to their spot, and I don't know if they're optimistic that maybe closer to time something could change, or it's just kind of wishful thinking. Aaron Gibson announced they will be having a Scottish-themed free dance, and I'm excited to see what that entails. Adam Sohenvall had the most Benoit announcement that his short program is going to be Leonardo da Vinci. And I actually 100%, can I just hire whoever's on Benoit's team to make me videos like this? Amber Glenn announced that she will be keeping last season's free skate. She said that last season was all about improving on consistency and the mental side for her. This program was a great vehicle for her to reach those goals. She felt like there was unreached potential on the performance side of this program, and she wanted to continue to explore it. So I'm actually excited to see this program again. It really started to grow on me, and I am also excited to see how it could continue to grow. And since I first filmed this video, Roman has since dyed his hair pink, which is wicked cool. But we've all been there, bud. Yes, we have. However, I don't know, does his generation do this, or is it millennial up that dye their hair pink when there's either a big change on the horizon or as like the hip term now is like crash out. Adeliia Petrosian from Russia will be bringing back her short and free program from last season. So she will be skating to Michael Jackson for her short and her tango for her free skate. And it's not quite sure yet if she is just having those programs for the qualifying event or if she plans to use them at the Olympics as well. Some events to be on your radar for the month of September is September 2nd and September 3rd is the Challenger Series John Nix Parish Challenge International. I actually think I read somewhere that Danny O'Shea and Ellie withdrew from that. And then on September 5th and 7th is, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Kinoshita Group Cup. Jimmy Moss going in it? I don't know why it feels random to me. Walkabout, the women, woo, that is stacked. Maddie Schizas will be there. Monoshiba, Wakaba Higuchi, Kaori, wow. Rinka, Han Lee, Young Yu, Sonia, Helmer, and Brady Tennell. You learn something new every day. Okay. Then we already mentioned Lombardia earlier, but that is on September 11th and the 14th. And then I don't know if they ever came up with a different name for it, like the Olympic qualifying event. But honestly, I've just been hearing like Chinese Nebelhorn, which I know is not the real name for it, but that is September 18th to 21st. And there had better be some streaming of it. Somebody needs to be an unsung hero if there's no streaming of it because we've got to see this. Well, in true fashion, I spoke too soon and ISU skate to Milano, aka Chinese Nebelhorn, which that's going to stick to me for life over the other one. The entries are out, so there's nothing too surprising. Audrey, Chen, and Balaz, they will be competing. I hear they are looking really good, especially at Champs Camp, so that is going to be really exciting to see. And I was actually really impressed with them during nationals. I was like, I cannot believe that she is a new pairs skater. For ice dance, what really stands out to me, nothing really surprising here. Fingers crossed for Allison Reed. I feel so bad for Allison Reed because she fell at Worlds. And so now she has to fight for a spot. And I think she should be fine. They should be fine. But that has to be stressful. For the women, no surprises there. It's going to be an interesting battle. I know that many of us will be tuning in because I would love to see Adelina at an international competition. And fingers crossed for Gubanova after what she went through for rough Worlds. There's something about Worlds, like she needs to sage the next Worlds before she gets on there. Al Josephine will be there. I absolutely adore her, and I need everyone to light 7 million candles so that she gets an Olympic spot and gets the points needed. Oh, Luna, we get to see Luna again too. For the men, nothing too surprising. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Donovan. Oh, please, please, please. He is just such a delightful skater. And like, think of the fluff pieces. Like, there's got to be a fluff piece out there about it. On September 25th through the 27th is the Nepali Memorial. I don't believe there are entries yet. I tried to look. I don't see any. And then September 25th through the 27th is Nebelhorn. And yeah, I don't see any entries for that yet. Just kind of a warning for all when it comes to Nebelhorn. I learned the hard way that they take those videos from that event that like will die on the internet real seriously and will copyright your channel times 20 million. Even if you have like a screenshotted picture, like a blurry depiction of what happened at Nebelhorn. It may not happen to everybody, but Nebelhorn, which happened to be also an ISU member. I'm like, why is it always like a member of people who understand that skating needs to be kind of like out there more? But anyway, like, why is it always them that like destroys my existence and my account? Just a warning to that. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that roundup of the news. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content.